Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We're located in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Larry Vickers. To get a hold of me, simply call the office at 303-684-3404. Today's video is going to be quite a bit different than what you're used to seeing from me. Today we're going to do a safety comparison between a Freightliner and a pickup. As we get started, I wanted to make it very clear that I no means intent to diminish a pickup in any way. They certainly have their place in society and function. I love pickups. However, if you want an additional safety advantage, durability advantage, and longevity advantage, it's time to take a look at a Freightliner. Now, a lot of the things we're going to take a look at today are something that we normally don't do because you can't see them. But a high percentage of this video is going to be at things that you can see to increase the safety value of the Freightliner. But as we start, we are going to take a look at something that you can see, and that is to simply look at the size comparison between the two. So let's envision a worst case scenario, and basically you get T-boned in either one of those vehicles. Obviously, the chances of walking away in an extreme accident like that are substantially higher in the Freightliner compared to the pickup. This Freightliner weighs 13,500 pounds. So just the mass and volume of it makes it safer to start with. Another safety advantage that the Summit hauler conversion brings to the table is here. This is a tire balancer, a wheel balancer. So inside is BBs with a little bit of hydraulic oil. So as you pick up speed and as you gain momentum, that balances the entire rotating mass. So if everything is balanced in your travels, obviously it's going to be safer. The wheel balancers are very nice, but it all starts with the drivetrain. An example of that is the U-joints. This is the U-joint for the Freightliner, and this is the one for the pickup. We all know that pickups are designed now to tow a very, very large amount of weight. Well, when you have that much torque coming down when you're pulling 25,000 pounds, which one's gonna hold up better? This one or this one? Obviously, the advantage lies in the Freightliner. Now, as we continue on, I want to talk about the brakes, because the brakes are an extreme advantage to the Freightliner over the pickup. First, this has air brakes in it versus hydraulic from the pickups. So if there is a small leak in the air brakes, you can simply replenish that. Obviously, there's an unlimited supply of air compared to a brake in a hydraulic line that eventually is going to all leak out until we get the line replaced. So worst case scenario, all that hydraulic fluid drains out of the pickup and we go to hit the brakes and there's simply nothing there. So the advantage to the brake system falls to the Freightliner. Here is the brake pads, okay? Here's for the Freightliner. This is for the pickup. So when we're towing 30,000 pounds behind us and we're going a long distance and having to use the brakes over and over, which one's going to hold up better? The size, the volume of the mass, again, advantage falls to the Freightliner. Now, while we're back here, another safety advantage to the Summit hauler conversion is the camera system. This uses the Voyager camera system. So you can hook up to 2 more cameras right here. So I've had customers put cameras on the sides. They can go under the mirrors, so when you click on turn the turn signal on, a camera can come on right over there. So it has a larger camera system in it. Again, the advantage to safety falls to Freightliner. Another advantage to this vehicle, we're not always going to be towing, okay? So let's say we're driving it and we aren't towing it. The sum hauler conversion actually puts 1,000-pound weight over the rear axle. So what that enables you to do is make the entire thing more balanced. Clearly it's heavier on the front end than the back. So if you put extra weight over the axle and say we're driving and we get into rain, that will help prevent hydroplaning. So there's another safety advantage here in terms of bad weather. Now the rest of the things we're going to talk about are on the inside. So let's go on ahead and crawl in and take a closer look. Okay, so here's our view from the driver's seat. So let's talk about visibility. Huge advantage here. Okay, there's 2,500 square inches of glass on that windshield. So when I'm sitting here, I can see things clear out there. Secondly, I'm up higher off the ground. I mean, you can see the pickup right there. So being higher off the ground, I'm able to see things not only directly in front of me, but coming up from this side as well. In addition to that, the backup camera is located right here. So a lot of my customers leave it on all the time. If you aren't towing, you can see what's coming up behind you as well. So we have the extreme amount of visibility coming from the front and the back. Now let's take a look at the mirrors real quick. Okay, you see there's a smaller one down below. And from where I'm sitting, that falls right into the traditional blind spot. So we can see things coming from right there. So if we kind of combine everything, we have the visibility in front, the side view mirrors that show our blind spot, and in addition to the backup camera, we have 360-degree visibility. So there again, another safety advantage falls to the Freightliner. So when we combine all those things and we want that increased safety for you and your family, it falls here. And finally, the engine brake located right here. This turns it on. So you can have it on high or low. So if we are towing down a sharp decline, an example would be the Rocky Mountains, and we turn that engine brake on high, that is a true engine brake. It's not just an exhaust. So basically, you have 350 horsepower coming back at you. So that's going to slow everything down, which makes things safer for you, your family, and in addition to that, all the other drivers on the road as well. So while we're inside, we're going to go ahead and take a quick glance at the truck so you can understand some of the things that are in here. This comes in with an automatic transmission, so it's very simple to drive. Right now we're in neutral with the brake on, but when we go to drive, push the brake in, R for reverse, and D for drive, and we're on our way. The cruise control is set right here. This locks the differential right here. In addition to that, it comes with mirror heaters located right here. Intermittent marker lights located right here. This is for the windows. This is a light test button, and that's something that's recently put into the 22s. So you can turn that light test button on and get out and check to make sure all the lights are working before you start your travels. This is the dump valve. Basically, that lets all the air out of the back of the bed. So when you go to hook up your trailer, you're going to want to hit that, let all the air out, and then glance up at the backup camera to hook up your trailer, simply to make life easier. As we come on down, this is the ARC trailer brake located here. This little dial is for the stereo in terms of the bass, and it comes with a climate control located right here. Both the front driver and passenger seat are air. In addition to that, it comes with lumbar, so you can let air in and out of the back of the seat. So in conclusion, Again, nothing to diminish pickups at all. They certainly have their place, but if you want the additional safety, it's time to start to think about a Freightliner. If you have any other questions about it, please feel free to give me a call. The cell number 970-370-4067, the work extension 303-684-3404. Feel free to email me at larry.vickers@transwest.com. Thanks for tuning in today.